So I was emailed a link from one of my subscribers telling me about this another content creator named Tanya TKO. I went over and watched some of her videos, and I must say she's a good content creator. I'm gonna buy her book real soon. Ooh. Anyway, I hit the link and it came across this video where this older school man was basically telling his daughters or his kids that a man should provide, right? And he was saying how he was married to his wife for 18 years, and she never had to worry about mortgage or rent or any of that because he took care of it all. And I think this is, that's the way a lot of men were back in the day. They did do things like this. And there are a few men out here who still do this today. He was also talking about how he took care of all of his 8 kids. And he was never put on child support. He was never made to do any of these things that he's mentioning. And he said he's not trying to praise himself because a man shouldn't get praised for doing something that he's supposed to do anyway. And another thing he did on here, what I like, is he told his daughters, if your man is not willing to do what I'm doing, then you don't need him. Basically, that's what he told his daughters. And believe it or not, my dad told me the same thing growing up. He told me the same thing. But I think the other part that was left out was we don't know what that woman had to go through in order to get all of those privileges. We don't know the story that, just like my dad, provided for my mom, still didn't change the fact that she went through hell with him. And even though she went through hell, she still worked also. Here's the thing about social media. You can say a lot of things on social media, but we don't know the other side of the story. We don't know what this woman who was married to this man for 18 years, what she went through with him. Another thing we have to look at is men who come from that period. Some of them felt like, well, all I have to do is give up money, and that's it. And then when it comes to everything else, you buy yourself. Because my dad was like that too. He thought that all he had to do was give her a paycheck, and that was it. And he had the rights to act the fool on her in public, do a lot of disrespectful things to her, call her out her name in front of lots of people, just straight embarrass her. That's what men of that era did also, that is being left out. Now, he sounds like a good man, but everybody has a bad side. We don't know what his wife had to go through in order to receive all of those privileges. What is what I'm saying? I don't know how true this is, but I read in one of these comments that this same man was on Ivana Fix My Life, and his family, a lot of his kids didn't even talk to him. And they said his family was way messed up. So I don't know how true that is. I'm gonna try to find that show and look at it myself. But we can't never judge a book from the outside without reading the inside. If he's really the good, all good man that he say he is, he wouldn't even be on that show. Something is wrong. Something in that milk ain't clean. And we as women gotta stop just listening to what a man say and just take that as face value. Because he only showing you the part of him that he wants you to see. We ain't seeing the other side because he's hiding that side. I bet his wife have a lot of things to tell. Because I think I even seen on one of these comments that his wife was getting wanted a divorce. Why is that? It had to be because he was doing other things in that marriage that wasn't right. Whether it was cheating, too overly aggressive, verbally abusing her, or beating her ass. It had to be something that's not right with him, or not right with that marriage. Another thing I noticed in this comment section was it was some men like this man Trayvon Acosta on here discrediting women as if they do nothing, right? Like housework isn't work when it has been proven that housework is equivalent to a job. Think about this. You go work at a restaurant. You got to do the same thing you do at home. Cook, clean, and other stuff, right? So, being a housewife is not an easy task. It is a job. But let's read what he said. Ain't no freaking way I'ma let a woman not contribute shit and I do everything. Ain't no freaking way. This shit is exhausting and just not good for anyone's mental state in today's era. I know them bills been beating the dog shit out of his ass. Well, what about the housework that women are considered supposed to have to do that be whooping the dog shit out of their ass? Meanwhile, if they have kids, they have to see after them and take care of them too. What about that? Do y'all men ever stop and think about that and contribute something to that? No, you don't. Because you're only looking at that shit your way and not both ways. But shouts out to my subscriber that pointed that shit out. She said, Trayvon Acosta, housework is a job. Amen to that. What the fuck are you talking about? But I bet you not but I bet you're not willing to lift a finger around the house. Damn right. Y'all modern men swear y'all want 50-50 until it comes to the house chores. Then she has to do it all. She she said a fucking mouthful then. Because that's exactly what's going on. But you know who we blame for that? We need to start blaming ourselves as women for allowing that to happen. Allowing men to feel comfortable enough to tell us that we have to be everything. We have to do it all. Meanwhile, they only have to do a little bit. We need to start blaming ourselves for this because this is where it's come to. Now you have men who want a woman to do everything, and he only do the minimal amount. Women content creators, stop telling women that they can't have it all. While men are getting over every day having it all. Stop doing that. That's where it starts at. Do you not deem yourself worthy to want the same thing that he wants? Since you have to go out and work just as hard for your money as he do? I've heard many content creators tell women that you can't have both. Meanwhile, these men nowadays are getting over. They're having both. It starts with us. We are to blame for what's going on today. I don't see any content creators who are men telling men that they can't have both. Actually, I see a lot of content creators who are men helping men believe that they are the prize and the woman ain't nothing. You see what I'm saying? When you look at men don't tell other men that they can't have it all. They help inspire them to have it all, to want it all. And we need to start doing this as women. This is the reason why we in the messed up position, especially us as black women. This is why we in the messed up position as it is today. We are constantly brainwashed into believing that we don't deserve anything special and that we are not special. We're constantly conditioned into believing these things. This is why there's so much male worshiping going around. Because we believe that we are nothing and the man is everything. In my next video, I'm gonna show you 5 words that we say and we've heard growing up that condition us into believing that a man is everything and we are nothing. And I promise you that because I've heard a lot of women say this shit and they just don't realize how they're conditioned into believing this. And that's why you have all this male worship and crap going on. It don't make no difference whether the man white or black. It's still male worship. But I'm gonna let y'all hear the 5 words that I heard growing up, and that I hear men say, and I hear a hell of a lot of women say that we need to stop saying. Watch my next video. I promise I'm going to bring it to you. I painted another picture of butterflies. I didn't feel like the other picture I painted of butterflies were good enough. So I went back and I painted another picture of butterflies. Y'all let me know how you like the picture. If you want to, you give me some feedback on what you would like for me to paint. And just like I said, I have my art channel that I'm gonna start painting on. And so I need some of your feedback on what you would like for me to try to paint. But anyway, let me know about how y'all feel about this last video. I mean this video right here. And you just leave your comment down below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And remember, bitter medicine doesn't taste good, but it's a hell of a lot better for you.